Hello, good morning. It is exactly 11:30 a.m. February 20th, 2026, Central Standard Time. Here, coming at you live from Kansas City, Missouri. And it's a good morning. We have a wonderful, wonderful episode here today, and a very specific topic. And we will be going over my mental health history. Woo! Okay. October 2019 and July 2024. We're going to go off the top here. So, okay. Gotta do this. Secret third date. Okay. I do want this to be complete. I don't want to have to go over this again. In October 2019, I was involuntarily committed for 1 week at the North Kansas City Hospital. There was like a veterans, it was like North Kansas City Hospital. I was hospitalized for this thing. For some reason. Not sure. What I remember, bleeding out of my nose a lot, asking my stepmother to drive me to the hospital. I had like a horrible nosebleed. And then a month or two, so we'll say August to October 2019, I had a crazy, wild, fun, creative, artistic, freewheeling time. All right. Previous to this, so like August 2019, the only medical diagnosis I had was ADHD. Okay. And then at the end of this period, so by November 2019, the only other medical diagnosis I had was bipolar disorder type 2 with bipolar disorder type 2 with schizoaffective characteristics. Sounds like something else. Okay. So before this point, let's go here. I was like basically a normal, autistic, slightly shy. We'll get to introverted. I hate, actually, we're done. Fucking introverted. Scare quotes. The million asterisks. Incel, male, autistic, incel, dork. Okay. And then after this, I was a severely mentally ill, psychotic, dangerous maniac with a history of debilitating, genetic, uncurable, permanent black marks, crazy, bad man type person. So something happened in this 2-month period to completely change my identity category, right? And this has caused me much distress in my life. The other thing is that I had a career. Okay, I'm gonna get into this because we're letting a little bit of the rage fly, just a tiny bit. My coffee is here. Okay. I had a impressive, high-paying, high-status, upward-moving trajectory career as a senior software engineer, senior web developer, senior UX researcher, and then like mid-tier management. So like, just to toot my own horn here, right? 2013, first startup. I was we'll leave names off. I was a software engineer. 2014, I was founded a freelance contracting consulting type. Founded a freelance company. Took on a few successful clients. 2015. There's a little clue there for you if you like clues. Second startup, I was a senior web interface. I was a senior web engineer. I was a senior web dev. Can't remember what my title was. Web dev. JavaScript. 2016 was Twitch.tv. I was a lead. I put this. I did a good job. I was a senior JavaScript engineer. Had some team lead roles. Led a very successful project. I'm just literally giving you my resume. That was 2016 to 2017. 2017, I joined the what was called the Decentralized Web Camp, the Decentralized Web Movement. And I found this place called Tlon, where 2018, 2019, I worked there. Yeah. And then I quit in Feb. That was kind of my end of involvement with that. 2019, I love talking about that year because it was such a good year. It was a pivotal year. 2019 was the year my life changed. My life completely 180'd. It just came crashing down, like the entire fucking edifice of my entire life just crashed into each other. And I ended up in October 2019 I made the decision to move back home to Kansas City, Missouri, in order to do the following things. Okay. Be closer to family. Reconnect with family. 2013, put this here. Just to fill out my whole life story, age 0 to 18, grew up in Kansas City, slightly autistic dork, went to go study computers and economics. Age 18 through 22, went to UNL Rakes program of Luke Ferrator fame for 3.5 years, studying computers, science, economics. I had one good teacher. Taught me software engineering there. So senior year, dropped out, read a bunch of Paul Graham essays, dropped out during my final semester. There was 12 credit hours left. Okay. So during this whole period, 2013 to 2019, I was kind of isolated from family. I basically just like ignored my family life, like early childhood family life. I just ignored family. I went out to do this amazing, cool California career with a super upward trajectory. Like I was climbing the ranks very quickly and very efficiently. October 2019, I decided to move back home to Kansas City, Missouri, and this is where the trouble started. This is my failure, my mistake, is that I decided to move back home to Kansas City, Missouri in order to be closer with family, reconnect with family, be there for family. I had a delusion. I want to be sarcastic here, but like some of this is relevant. Okay, my delusion was this. I had a delusion that after spending 7 years in the most prestigious part of the area of the world, doing the most prestigious profession, learning all sorts of amazing things about technology, business, design, architecture, human behavior, digital community, space management, blah blah blah. My delusion is that I thought that this experience, knowledge, and wisdom would be more than 0% useful, interesting, or positive for my family and friends back home. I had a delusion that this was what my life was going to be like. Okay. Skip forward 5 years past doing basically nothing. Okay. I moved down, regular software engineer, did 1 year as a regular software engineer at 120K, no equity, for this local KC company called Paya. Did about 15 months. In March of 2023, I had my house broken into, car keys stolen. This was it says this is March of 2022-ish. House broken into, car keys stolen, car stolen, complete lack of police response, kind of like an anxiety, like lack of safety. So this is like, this event happened and it kind of kicked out the floor. So like, I had a place to live, my apartment, and a job which paid for that apartment. So the last time, the very last time I had a place to live and a job, very last time I had a place to live and a job was March of 2023. Okay. Kansas City sucks, I decided. So, in May of 2023, I had 2 friends in Austin. Friend 1 and friend 2. And I also had hilariously bad friend recommendation 3. All 3 had their own place. All 3 indicated they would be cool with me, like chilling and living with and or around them, and like doing basic family like life stuff together. This is maybe another like whatever. This is what happened. 2023 July. This was July 2023. I got this date wrong. So, July 2023 was the second time that, well, this one I was voluntarily. Oh, one other thing happened. Okay. Moving down to Austin was a great time. The first 3 months were wild and chaotic, but it was fine. In like July 15, 2023, I had a tweet go mega viral that was misconstrued as an attack on the LGBT community. I need to make sure that I can see all this. I don't know if you guys can see all of this stuff that I'm writing here. So I want to make sure that all this is like readable and complete. Hopefully you've been following along. So I had like it was like 15, I don't know, 2 to 15 million impressions, like thousands of people, death threats, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So immediately after that, I voluntarily committed myself with the help of a couple church friends. Actually, I had some church friends, wonderful church friends. So I spent another week at Cross Creek in Austin. And this one, I was, hospitalized myself due to uncontrollable rage. Okay? I want to make this point clear. There was no psychosis. There was no psychosis. I don't even use that word. I was very, very angry. And this is different. Why can't this thing stay? This is different from being scared and confused. I wasn't very scared or confused. I was very angry. And then I got out in, late July, like we'll say August 1st, 2023. This would have been my last interaction with the, with what I call autism jail. Okay. So I've only had 2 1-week stays in autism jail. And what do you, I guess, I wanted to talk about, I spent the bulk of this just outlining my basic history. I'm going to have a sip of coffee right now. And I wanted to talk about, I had a mind to talk about the experience of that. Because mostly, I've been, this one, okay, I remember this experience. Here's the upshot. Oh, go away. Okay. I remember this experience as being positive, healthy, and appropriate. I welcomed it. I knew I was having a crazy, wild, fun, creative, artistic, freewheeling time. And I remember being like, okay, I'll chill out in this place for a minute. We'll do some tests. I get to hang out with other people who are, out there like me. Like, this is cool. I had a good time. They let you smoke cigarettes. Here. That's what I like about this place. People will donate packs of cigarettes, like former patients. I've done this several times. Like later on when I got a job, I would go up to the North Kansas City Hospital with like a carton of American Spirits because I'm like, please have some cigarettes. I know people there are wanting cigarettes. It's beautiful. This one I remember. This one I remember is not as fun. This one I remember as like, why am I here? Why is this place the way it is? Why don't they let us like walk outside or get exercise? Like I was confused. And I was confused because at this point, I had been studying and reading and practicing dozens of things: exercise, nutrition, meditation, wellness, for about 5 years. And they didn't let me have cigarettes. Why didn't they let me have, like, it's so easy to let, which have like Maui's in them or something. I don't know if that's true. It's probably true because cigarettes I fucking love cigarettes. Mostly what you do here here in this facility is walk around in circles. I got really, really, really good at walking around aimlessly in circles for hours and hours. This place, they had books, they had like good books, interesting fantasy, fiction, novels, people in both places, okay. People, other inmates in this autism jail were super cool. Same thing down here. Other inmates in this autism jail were super cool. I met like cartel, gangbanger, fucking prison, card, shiv type people, which were those guys ruled. That was cool. It was a cool experience. This was down in Texas. This one's up in Missouri. We did get to watch. The anime, the movie Jarhead, and the anime Baki. That was cool. This one, there was like a more of a tiered system here. There's just like a tiered. You get to go to the good part if you're good. It's like a tiered, yeah, system type thing. Mostly what I did. So now in 2026, February 2026, I am now really, 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 really good at walking around aimlessly in circles. Which is funny. It's really fucking funny, actually. Once you understand I just texted, my dad asked how my new job went, and I told him it was good. I walked around aimlessly in circles for 8 hours. Lol. Turns out, being in a mental hospital is great training for menial, part-time, blue-collar jobs. Interesting, you know? And now we have a nice little loop right here in this like transcription of my my history. Isn't that nice? Mental health. Okay. Mental health. This word we don't use. We don't use the word mental health because it's gay. Because it's a fucking faggy gay word that faggy women use. That's the truth. That's the actual truth. It's a fucking gay women shit. Mental health is for women, okay? It's a concept that applies to females and to people who have female presenting boobs and to people who have female patterned endocrine system. If you have a female patterned endocrine system, then the word mental health applies to you, okay? I'm sorry to implicate everyone in my fucking generation because everyone is a little bit gay. Everyone is a little bit feminine. Everyone a little bit has a female patterned endocrine system. A little bit. And unfortunately, to all of this class of people, the word mental health is your word. Have fun with it. It's not my word. Okay? My word is rage management. thank you for watching my video blog. Goodbye.